Greetings and salutations. This is a talk I gave to the National Academy, or rather part of a talk I gave for National Academy of Medicine and for the Codex AI webinar. So I wanted to focus on just one specific part, and this is for the GPPA students. So we obviously have to go through our disclosures. I wanted to talk about a practical example of funding to impact. So within creating something that's very novel and innovative in the healthcare technology space or in the research space, you kind of have to solve two problems. So the first is the 0 to 1 problem, or determining viability of whatever your novel technique is. And then the second is scale. These two things are not the same problem. So you use pilots and early stage funding in order to be able to solve viability. And if it is viable, then you get money so that you're able to solve the scale issue to determine, does it work outside of these 5 patients, or does it work at another institution, or what have you. So I'm going to show you my particular plan. I'm interested in peripheral arterial disease because I'm a vascular surgeon. I got a K23 that received a great impact score, and this actually ended up getting funded. So based on this funding, I'm using this as my preliminary data and building infrastructure, what have you, so that I can carry out the aims of this grant as well as build on these aims of this grant to be able to submit future bigger grants for more money. So essentially, to prove feasibility, the next step is writing 2 R21, which are exploratory grants, one to deal with back-end system capabilities and the second to deal with front-end system capabilities. So these align basically with the 2 aims that I have. So on the front end, we want to co-design a minimally viable prototype for the clinician in the loop automated chart review platform. The R21 is refining that more than was able to be done through the limited funds available for the Career Development Award on this K23. Similarly, for AIM 1, the back-end system capabilities, i.e. fine-tuning the large language model to be able to do the task we need it to, is going to be powered or funded more by an R21. Once we're able to prove feasibility in kind of common use cases through the K23, then we're going to write a R21 to be able to prove safety and feasibility for edge cases or unusual scenarios. Then once we're able to merge these front-end and back-end capabilities, we're going to have a R01 that treats this automated chart review platform as a digital health intervention and compare that to usual care. And then we're writing a supplemental R21, which I believe is being blocked by this video, that essentially looks at using the language model to perform data curation at scale. So taking it back to our original boundary conditions. So the first is determining viability, and that's what the R21s are going to be for. The second one is going to be a pilot to imagine the front-end desirability. So once we have those sort of separate but important issues solved, then we go to scale, which is the R01s, which allow us to do clinical trials and to essentially prove that the technology works in the real world, as well as have other uses for the fine-tuned LLM, which we've already taken the time and effort to generate. So the last thing is we're interested in changing our name. Apparently CHAI, or Center for Healthcare AI, is a pretty common acronym within healthcare AI, obviously. And one organization called CHAI is dramatically more famous than my lab is. So I would like you all to vote in the comments on what the new choice should be. So I'm going to leave it up here for a second. So just put in the comments. It's either choice 1, which is alchemy, or choice 2, which is alechi. So let me know what you think, and thanks so much for taking the time to listen to this video.